We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Ballage. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Ballage shifts past him at the 45.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Express have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. for the first time with Tony Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Haskins on 1st down. Flushed out right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll send out their punter now. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Haskins will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and 10, Haskins. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Express are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Haskins got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller.
And the Falcons first down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Haskins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Express are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Haskins. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Tanner Muse. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
To try again after the sack. Haskins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Tanner Muse there defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, 58's the mark. Go, 58's the mark. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
Now Haskins. Out left to Anderson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-tap.
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you will too.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try the left side. It's Robinson, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now, they'd really like to make the short field. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. James Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Express opened the lead up to 34-0. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something... And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. On 2nd down now, it's Robinson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Haskins to throw it. Buying time to his left. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Haskins not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for this. Fourth down, here's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. For the catch made by Hopkins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Haskins on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Joker, 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 joker.
Now Haskins, a pop pass to his wide out. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Here's Haskins. Steps away to his left. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Pollard, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They're going to look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Balaj and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Again, it's Balaj. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
They run it with Balaj. And some room to work. And touchdown! Caleb Balaj with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Express look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
55, right there in the middle, 55. Get him.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. It's complete to Hopkins. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Haskins' throw pulled in by Hopkins.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Haskins. He's got Anderson right side. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Haskins going to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now here's a handoff out of the gun.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried move.